this go through your vein. I hope you try to do it in the push in the bush. In an innocent way with your loved ones. They do like it, like we do. Let's get to it. It's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. How's it going, guys? This video is not an update for the market. It's educational. I want to start with, I'm not here to have subscribers. I'm not here to sell services. I'm not here to have to increase my AOM. I'm stupid. I'm a stupid person with the Messiah complex. There's some of us out there. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not looking for people to invest with me. I'm not looking to to have a subscription or services to sell. I really am a true moron that wants to help others. I know only deceiving people would say that. Maybe I am. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to education. I really want to post this video to help others how to make it in the market. Nobody's paying me. Not the SEC. No one is paying me. I just want to help others. I'm stupid. Anyway, to make it in the market, I want to explain how I do things, how I trade. First, I start with this concept. There's no conspiracy. There's no one person trying to control the market. There's no one person have that much power to take my money. It's collective thoughts. Sometimes I have chaos. When you have chaos, I just get out of the market until it got orderly. So please, don't ever think there is somebody trying to get you. No one is trying to get you. No one. And I always disagree with gold bugs of that conspiracy. Somebody's trying to destroy gold, somebody blah blah. It's extremely depressing to make a living when you know that somebody's trying to get you. So even if there's someone trying to get you, don't think about it. Even if I don't believe that. I really believe that it's total. It's no one is controlling the market. But even if you believe that, don't think about it because it's depressing. You cannot make a living that way. So second, what I do, I always look for where the place where the buyers gather and sell before or at the place where the sellers gather. I always see they're always support and resistance. I really believe that. So I'm not trying to undermine it. But I always think it's not as important as invisible. So the market, Mr. Market is very tricky. So Mr. Market is the collective people. So there's no Mr. Market. So there's no Mr. Market trying to deceive us. But I think there's some people that have this ability to sell in an invisible places more than the visible places. So I work with this concept. There's no conspiracy. No one is trying to get me. So I look for measured move. If I'm trying to go long, I look for a measured move, and I make sure I don't buy at the place where people are selling. So maybe here. So you measure this one, and you find one to one right here. So never ever buy at 1-to-1. So this measured move, it's rarely talked about, and I always think about it all the time. And I use also for the measured move the Fibonacci extension. So I try to make sure I am not in an area where the sellers gather via daily time frame, 4 hours time frame, 2 hours time frame. These are the most important three things, and most of the time also the weekly and the monthly too. So weekly and monthly, you must know that those five. Okay, let me summarize it again. Weekly, monthly, daily, 4 hours, 2 hours. Make sure those 5 time frames not many people gather where you get. The sellers don't gather where you want to buy. So we start with the measured move, because it's more tricky than support and resistance. And you do 121, 127, 138, 150. As I said before, it's not a Fibonacci extension, but if people collectively think about that, I'll include it. And 162 Fibonacci extensions, 262 of the market structure high, the market structure low. As I said, 262, usually, most of the time, something really major happens. So I make sure, before I go long too, I look at this a bigger time frame, and bigger picture. So I don't want to buy at this level. I don't want to hold the bag for no one. 262. So I use when I wanna see where the sellers gather. I use, as I said, measure the moves, support and resistance, Fibonacci extensions, even with lows, high. I try to connect so many things with Fibonacci extensions. Sometimes Fibonacci retracement from bigger time frame, monthly, weekly. So another thing I like, invisible resistance. And sometimes the place where they gather is a major moving average. Like you could read about it. There are regular simple moving averages, exponentials. There are sometimes Fibonacci moving averages. You can really read about it. I don't want to, I want you to work to research yourself so you can become a better trader. And so this is it. This is all I do. This is the whole concept. Buyers, sellers. I'm trying to be with them, not against them. I buy at support, for example, right here. 50% Fibonacci trend line. Boom. And I use also, and I really love the Japanese candles. They're really helping me a lot. And I use Bollinger Bands, which is standard deviation. This is another place where it's invisible for buyers and sellers. So you use that. And I use a lot of stuff, anything that I can think of invisible buyers or sellers. And not to mention Elliott Wave. Everything I do is through Elliott Wave. And what I love about Elliott Wave is the invisible thing. Invisible conclusion of the fifth wave, invisible conclusion of A wave here, correction of B. So this is what I'm saying, and many things in the market, and I just want to keep on jumping. You know what I mean? Oh, I led you with another disco song. Oh God, keep on jumping, baby, and I live, and disco is another thing that's helping me through this live. Hopefully, I'm gonna enjoy the next live with disco. So if it offends you, I'm sorry. I will never ever play less disco. Disco is my savior. Love you all. I really wish you the best. Please, you can do it. You really can. It's not impossible. It is really easy. I'm not that smart, and I made it. You can make it too.